Okay, so working round the clock, 12 hours at night, and then during the day, I went to school. And I took as many credit hours as they would let me take, because at that point, I was like, I am 3 semesters, 1.5 years behind schedule. First of all, when I came to the US, I didn't come to the US to stay. I was one of those people who said, I'm going to the US. First degrees take 4 years in the US. I'm going to take 3 years and do it and go back home. I didn't want to stay here. Honest, I did not want to. I didn't like life in the US at all. I just wanted to go back home. So at that point, I was already running behind by 1.5 years. So I took as many credit hours as my counselor would let me take. I took it. And I was working around the clock to pay for it. So this is what happened. Miss Valance, Miss Margaret Valance, my angel, we were communicating. I had to report to her. It's like mother saying, call home, call home. She would call me, I would call her, and we would communicate. And so she was very nosy. She was very, I shouldn't say nosy, she was very inquisitive, okay? Because you are not nosy with somebody you love, you are inquisitive. So she would ask questions like, what are you doing? How many hours are you going to school? How do you pay for school? Where do you work? What do you do? How many hours do you work? When she found out that I was working 12 hours at night, taking care of patients at night, first of all, I'm a tiny person. I'm a very tiny person. I was taking care of this man who was, he was a big man, overweight, okay? And he was ill, and what I would do is I would leave in at night just to make sure that there were no incidences. He didn't need help. If he needed help, then I was supposed to be there to get the nurses and stuff like that. And but I would try to lift him. But again, there was some equipment. I can't remember what it's called. Something that, so I didn't carry him because I couldn't, even if I tried. But when I explained all of that to Miss Valance, she was, whoa. She was like, how do you get to sleep? And I'm like, yeah, here and there. When he's sleeping, I sleep. If he needs me, I get up and stuff like that. And she was like, so how do you study? Where do you find time to study? To make a long story short, before I knew it, this angel was sending me $1,000 a month to help me out. Wow. 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 When I think about it, tears just run down my cheeks. Miss Valance. I honestly don't even know how I would ever, she's not here anymore, but I thanked her until she would say, don't stop doing that. She says, I do it because I want to do it, because I can do it. $1,000 a month. And then at some point, she called me and she was begging. She said, Free, I'm so sorry. Is it okay if I can start sending you just $600 a month? I was like, whoa, my God. This lady, to be honest with you, she was God sent. So Miss Valance, I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for sending me an angel to look after me. I introduced the two of them, my mother, my first mother and my second mother, by phone, but they never got a chance to meet. So thank you to both my mothers. So see you in the next video.